Second and down, here's Javonte Williams, who's been great. Oh my gosh, a headbutt, and he's still going forward. What a run by Javonte as he smashed Marshawn Lattimore. Here's Prescott to throw, looking over the middle. CeeDee Lamb is back, and he delivers on a first down catch.
This Commanders defense has a huge challenge.
Prescott looking around, time to throw. Aaron now deep. George Pickens is down there. George Pickens incomplete. We get a penalty though. There is a flag as Marshawn Lattimore had the coverage.
Whether it's a catch or an interference, he gets leverage on Lattimore. Dak throws it out.
Defense number 2. Ball's placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Yeah, the ball's a little bit underthrown. Lattimore doesn't get his head around. But I really like the pass protection. That's what allows you to develop those plays down the field and throw it up there for your certainly talented receiver pickup. But look at the protection. You have a clean pocket like that where you can just truly see.
First and goal it is with Williams the back. Give it to Javonte Williams. Up the cut and touchdown Dallas.
They pull the guard. Tyler Smith. And Williams just reading the block. When Smith ends up in the end zone,
now it's his stage as going to hand off to Krusky Merritt, who races up the middle. He's had a really good rookie year. He had a fumble last week, actually last 2 weeks. And now it's Tress Way to punt it away to Turpin. High, spiraling, booming kick. Turpin lets it go. Bounces out the one. It is saved. Wow, Percy Butler toe tap walked the line, and the Cowboys will have it inside the one. What a punt, 58 yards, and Percy Butler. Maybe he did a little ballet back in the day. I mean, walking along that line. It's pretty hard not to be undefeated, but they found a way. Need a little bit better on D. See if they get it today. Williams is in trouble. He's going to be dropped for a safety. I still haven't seen a signal, but he did not get out. And there it is. Deron Payne blew up the play. 2 points for the Commanders.
Just an inside run. They call this a duo run. Straight downhill. The whole ball has to get over the goal line, and you can't even see it there with those bodies. Maybe from the overhead look. Williams, Payne breaking through on Schoonmaker. Just can't get quite on. What a play. Obviously, it's a great defensive play, but that's all set up by that special teams play. Larry Izzo as his special teams unit just on fire.
Because they then do this, hand off to Krusky Merritt, sprinting up the middle, and like a jet. Krusky Merritt with a nice little run. He picks up about 9.
Constant pressure on this defense to be in the right alignments, make the right calls.
Daniels on the fake, pressure in his face, throws on the run. It's caught for a big gain of Moore. Down the sideline he goes. There's a penalty flag, and let's see what this is. It's Chris Moore, one of those subs playing with all these wide receiver injuries. Third and goal. Daniels looking, throwing, caught, touchdown, Zach Ertz.
A simple crossing route. Linebacker picks him up and then just kind of drops him, but they're trying to spy Daniels, so there's not much of a rush. And then Ertz just slips behind him. No one sees him. Again, more poor defense. Murray just can't quite there. James.
Here it is, zone read. Daniels going to keep it. Gets taken down. Excellent tackle from Deron Blanc. It looked like he was going to walk right in, and so the conversion is no good. There you go. I know you do.
I do.
Here the Cowboys take over, great field position. Prescott lofting it up. George Pickens. Oh, come on! What a catch!
Here we go, take.
Second and 10 now. Here is Williams up the gut. Big scene for Williams. Inside the 30 he goes. Big note for Washington defensively. Aaron tells us Dorrance Armstrong.
Big issue today.
No doubt. Third and 3.
Yeah! Here we go, take.
Can't wait to watch you on TV covering that World Series, KP.
Looking forward to it. Here's Aubrey from 47 away. Kick is up, and it is good from about 80. He is amazing. 3rd and 6. Blitz is coming. Daniel sees it. High throw, but a great catch. And short of the first down. Robbie Chosen, who was activated today for the Commanders with all these injuries, makes the catch. 7. Get it for the 4th time. Prescott, a lot of time. Airs it out deep down the field. CeeDee Lamb breaks the tackle. No one home. Touchdown, Dallas.
Watch how early he gets them, too. It's just a too high defense. He's got to go here. He's here. That entire middle of the field's open. CD throws his hand up like, yeah, get it to me.
3rd and long. Blitz picked up. Daniels, far side throw complete, and a good one. There is Robbie Chosen again, who just got elevated from the practice squad. 3rd and 9. Blitz coming. Daniels underneath, long way to go for Chosen, breaks a tackle, dancing around, and he stopped short. 2nd and 20, Prescott, quick throw, Lamb, has some blocks, CeeDee Lamb, sprints his way out across the 40, and a good play, gets past the original line of scrimmage. Well, Troy's got a play call. Here's Dak, pressure in his face, in trouble, gets hit, incomplete. Excellent coverage that time. Daniels will throw it. In trouble. Steps away, looks to run. Daniels racing outside and up around the 14, 15-yard line. 3rd and 5. Daniels can't find anyone. Now throws it deep. He's got Lane wide open. Beats the catch. There's a penalty flag on this route. So let's see what it is. But for now, Jalen Lane hauls it in for a 1st down.
It's the risk reward of that play. There's not much risk, but a great chance for a reward.
Daniels again, a lot of time looking around, tells people to go deep, just going to take off, and then tripped up after about a 5-yard gain from Shamar James. Play clock at 1. Barely get it off. 4th down. Daniels floats one, incomplete. Zach Ertz, the intended receiver. There is a penalty at the 45 around the line, though. Jumpstart this Cowboys run game, which was invisible last year. Here's Dak to throw. Outside he goes to Lamb with a stiff arm and is brought down on the play by Morton. 4-man rush. Prescott over the middle. Cuts it complete. Ferguson, 1st down, Dallas.
Off of him, third. Yeah!
3rd and long. Commanders bail out of a blitz. Prescott tipped. Again, it's Teron Payne. 3rd and 13. Daniels gets rid of it. Long way to go. McNichols diving forward. He's going to be a little short. Yep, they're going to mark him 2 yards short, so it's 4th and 2. It's Bland.
Yeah!
Prescott, far side. 1st down, CeeDee Lamb. 3rd and long. Prescott, pressure, throws, tight window, incomplete. That was dangerous. Mikey Sainer still was all over it. First half, they got 2 timeouts remaining. Daniels starts out, gets it out in the flat. McNichols makes the catch, shoulder down. Looks like he's got a 1st down that time. It's Bland on the tackle.
It's obviously a big drive for them. Only 8 points in the 1st quarter. Go a long way to put something on the board.
Daniels in trouble. Steps away, runs immediately. Good run. Daniels 1st down and steps out of bounds. He saw the pressure, took off, and that one worked as he picks up 14.
2 timeouts, and they got Brandon Aubrey.
Right.
So just make sure they don't touch it.
Here's McNichols racing up the middle, and he has got a 1st down. He's still on his feet. What a run. Looking for the end zone and shoved out of bounds around the 1. What an effort by Jeremy McNichols. 1st and goal for the Commanders. Krosky Merritt back in the game at running back after the big play from Nichols. Daniels going to keep it, and he is in for the touchdown.
He's got Bill there. Oh, and maybe in the sun, the glare coming through the windows.
Wow.
To get that ball back, and with Aubrey, there's nothing out of range.
Prescott, some pressure, and he is sacked. Washington gets home. One timeout left for Dallas. After the sack, it's Prescott. Launching, going deep. Pickens, good coverage. He's got it! Oh, how many great catches is he going to make today? Unbelievable. Pickens up top for 44.
Now, this is what they're used to seeing. He's talking about a level of trust that Dak already has.
Amazing throw and catch. Wow. Now Dallas are going to run with Williams. Big hole! Javonte Williams! Rumbling inside the 5, and he's finally taken down at the 2. 13 seconds left. They'll take a timeout. I believe they do.
Can't run it. These have to be throws at this point.
He will throw. Prescott throws over the middle. It is caught! Ferguson! Touchdown, Dallas!
You know, end up going down and giving him a touchdown. A little chip. Sanders still reacts late. And that's his go-to guy.
And Joe Witt, yeah, he's frustrated, Tom, right? I mean, 3rd and 2, Daniels on the keeper. Looking for an edge, and boy, he reached the ball. Do they give it to him? They do. That reach going to get him a first. Daniels looking, throw, and caught for a first down. It's Moore. Chris Moore, the 44-yard reception earlier, comes back to help out his quarterback. Good to move the change on 1st and 10. Daniels, quick. The fake ball is loose. Cowboys recover.
It just gets twisted up. He's trying to get the ball to Ertz there, but it's kind of blanketed. Ball gets knocked out of his hands and then just twisted up by James on the tackle. Kind of reaching for his right hamstring. And again, with the big knee brace on the left knee, yeah, it's just...
Meanwhile, the Cowboys, golden opportunity here with great field position. On a 2nd and 2, it is Williams. What a cut! Oh, my goodness, to the outside. Make it blue. Oh, wow. Javonte Williams. Blitz coming. Prescott sees it. Corner he goes. Pickens makes the catch for a first down. Another one for George Pickens, again on Lattimore.
He could just deal and dish.
3rd down here. Prescott looking to deal, or maybe a run. Dak's going to use his legs. Close to a marker, and now taken down right at it. I think he's got it.
They don't want to get a chance to review that one.
Fake to Williams. Prescott throws it out to Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas.
They went fast, and you got Savage in coverage, and he just poor eye discipline, so you kind of rush to the line.
Yeah, that's obviously looks like a good sign for at least long term, but right now short term. Here's Mariota in the game for Washington. He started twice this year on the run. He starts with a pretty good throw on the move to Jalen Lane in the sunshine for a first down. Play clock at 1. They get it off. Blitz is coming. Mariota in trouble. Being ripped away. Stays alive. Throws it in the front. And picked off. Guess who? Deron Bland. One man to beat. Pick 6.
It was a pretty good place to be if you're a Dallas defender.
Sure is. AWSAI, how the NFL levels up the game. As meanwhile, going to run it here with Mariota with a nice run and a first down and then some. It's finally shoved out of bounds. Got a good block from Zach Ertz for Washington. They get a first down on a 4th and 8. Mariota on the keep. Good run. Mariota makes a cut. Wow, that's an excellent run by Marcus Mariota down right around first down and in the game. Give it to Rodriguez. Stutter step. Leading to the end zone. Is he in? No, but it's a 1st and goal. Let's see if it was.
Yeah, outstretched arm.
Out. He's okay.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Yeah, that is super tight. You slide a credit card underneath that knee on that right side. It's not there.
That's really close. I mean, I don't know if it's definitive, which they ruled he was short on the field. Well, Dean, you're busy right now. So the penalty gives him a first down. Jaden Blue in the game at tailback. Prescott, pressure, gets it outside. Turpin makes a man miss. Look out! Turpin, he's just so electric every time he gets the ball.
Yeah! Here we go,
All right, third down. Prescott gets it over to Lipke in the flat. Has some room to go. Lipke is stood up there by Luvu and Bobby Wagner. Kick is up, and it is perfect. Like literally perfect. 2nd and 10. Mariota. So Ertz is wide open. Good catch and run. Zach Ertz into Dallas territory. And there he goes all the way down to about the 42. Pressure. Mariota in trouble. Mariota is dropped again. It's Jadeveon Clowney. He has had a big night. So here we go. Commanders needed. 4th down and 1. Mariota on the fake. Lofton has a man wide open and he missed McCaffrey. Oh man, it was a gimme. And instead the Cowboys take over. Just going to run it to Williams outside into like 20 Commanders.
And that's why it's been a frustrating start for the Commanders.
Just trying to look for a little room at the goal line. And you get a tougher schedule and you're a hunted team. Bringing you this game today. Glad you could join us today. 2 minutes to go. Cowboys looking to just wrap it up. Jaden Blue has a first down, and they could do the victory formation. Offense is looking great, and we'll come back and put the finishing touches here as Dak Prescott. What a game.